Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Edwin, the comic jabroni, coming at you. Today, got a special video for you. As many of you know, I have been working out at the flea market with my buddy Alan, who is slowly but surely getting rid of his collection. And he wants to keep a hold of 100 to 150 books. So he's dwindling it down from 40,000 comics down to 100 to 150. So that gives me great opportunity to pick at that collection and get some key books for myself and the PC. So I've got 40 something books here that Alan pretty much gave me to pay me off so I could go out there and work for him and work with him to help him out at the flea market. So stay tuned and let's see what Edwin the Comic Jabroni got. All right, welcome back, guys. So, like I said, yesterday went to go work at the flea market with my buddy Alan, trying to help him out because it can be a little much when you get out there to the flea market and you've got 15 long boxes full of comics and people are digging through them, and if it's just one set of eyes, you never know what's going on. So, a long time ago, 3 or 4 months, 5 months, he said, Edwin, can you come out and help me out? We've known each other for a long time. And he said, you know, I can pay you in whatever books that you want. You just pick through the collection, see what you want, and we'll figure out the payment after that. So I said, sure thing. You guys have already checked out the other video of some other great stuff that I picked up. And some of these I've already kind of shown off in other live streams that I've been a part of, but I wanted to make a video, sit down and show you exactly what I got. So we're going to start with Independence. First book up from Atlas Comics. This is Iron Jaw #1. This came out in 1974. Don't know too much, but I do know this. It is the first appearance of Iron Jaw, and he is a character kind of based off of Conan the Barbarian. Next up, we got Gideon Falls #1. This is the variant cover, the Jock variant cover. I'm a huge fan of Jock's artwork, so I definitely wanted to pick this up, and I know that Gideon Falls has been picking up some heat, and there might be a TV show optioned or something like that. Let's keep it going, guys. From Archie Comics, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #41. I'm a huge Turtles fan. As you can see, I got my buddy Michelangelo Cowabunga, dudes. He's part of the video today, so pick that up. A book that has been picking a ton of heat over the last year because of the unfortunate passing of one of the creators. This is Hungry Ghosts from Anthony Bourdain. I know this was a creation of Anthony Bourdain's. I have not read it yet, but I can't wait to sit down and give this a read. It has been on the top 10 list from CBSI quite a few weeks, and I know Comic Tom has talked about it. Let's keep it going from Kitchen Sink Comics. This is Melting Pot, book #1. This is a creation of Kevin Eastman. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he is one of the creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So when I saw it, definitely had to pick it up, give it a read, let me check it out. A book that my buddy Rod the Rican has been talking about is Criminal. So when I saw that there was a series 1 and Alan had it, I had to pick it up. It's from Icon Comics, and that is Criminal issue #1 from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. And I picked up Criminal #2, guys. So I'm going to give it a read, see what all the hype is about. Let's keep it going. This is going to be from Image. Not the biggest Savage Dragon fan. I have some Savage Dragon, but I couldn't pass this cover up because I think it is hilarious. I showed it to the wife. She laughed at it. I think it's funny. This is Savage Dragon 233, and the cover alone is what gets me. Look at this. Bald is beautiful. Let's check that out. Beautiful, beautiful. And the last book's up. This is from Image. I have the first printing of this book, the #1, graded 9.8. But a few months ago, I had one of my first giveaways on the channel, and I believe I sent it out to Rod the Rican. He's gonna have to, correct me if I'm wrong. But God Country #1, the second print. Had to pick that up so now I can have a reader, because I didn't have a reader. My only copy was, that 9.8 graded one. So now I can go through and read it again. And for some reason I didn't have number 3, so I picked up God Country number 3, which that is just such an awesome cover. If you guys have not read God Country, go out there, find the trade, because number ones, even the second and third prints are going for a lot of money, but you can find the trade on it. Give it a read. It is a great story with beautiful artwork inside. So that's it from Independence, guys. Let's move into Marvel. All right, so from Marvel Comics, didn't pick up that many. I actually only got 3 books from Marvel out of this whole lot. First one's going to be Dark Avengers number 1. That's going to be the first appearance of the Iron Patriot. I remember reading this back in the day after the whole Skrull invasion. If you guys aren't aware, Skrull invasion was such a great story. After that, Norman Osborn takes over for S.H.I.E.L.D., right? And he creates, I want to say it's Sword, and he becomes the Iron Patriot, and he makes his own team of Avengers, the Dark Avengers. Different villains take the role of heroes that were part of the Avengers. Awesome storyline. Next up, I'm digging Conan, guys. I love Conan, and I love some of these awesome covers for Conan. And this is Conan number 270. Check that cover out. I absolutely fell in love with it when I looked at it. I went through one of the long boxes, and he had a huge run of Conan. Everything from like number 74 all the way up until number 270. I have already picked up issue 250 from him, picked up issue 275, which is the last book in that series. I was looking for issue 100. Anything before issue 50 I'm looking for. But when I saw this cover, I said, gotta have it, guys. It looks exactly like Arnold Schwarzenegger did in the movie Conan. And the big book from Marvel, this is a big one. I've had it in my collection before. I actually used it as a trade piece to get my Batman Adventures number 12. But now it's back in the personal collection. That's going to be What If Wolverine Had Killed the Hulk? That's a big one. If you guys are Wolverine or Hulk fans, definitely have to have that in the collection. I knew I needed to have it back in mine. It is a great story. I've read it on the Marvel Universe app, and I'm just so happy to have it back in the collection, guys. So that's it for Marvel. 3 books, but the big stack is DC. Let's get into it. Like I said, DC is going to be a big stack, guys. We're going to run through these. First up, we got Young Justice number 38. You know Edwin the Comic Jabroni is a huge Joker fan, and I had to have this cover. Beautiful Joker cover. Next up, another Joker cover, Superman 161. This is part of that Emperor Joker story, so I'm really digging that. Had to have that in the collection as well. Picked up a miniseries I had no idea even existed, so this is definitely going to be part of Arcs and Minis Season 2, and that's going to be Catwoman. It's part of a 4-part miniseries, so there is issue number 1. Here is issue number 2. Issue number 3. And issue number 4. This is from 1989. So shortly after this ended, then we would get the Catwoman ongoing series. DC seemed to do a lot of this in the 80s and 90s. You do see a Nightwing 4-part miniseries, which I have made an Arcs and Minis about. We're going to put that right up there. So can't wait to read this and give you my review on it. Let's keep it going, guys. We got Justice number 2. Absolutely beautiful Alex Ross cover with Batman. This is a second print. All of the second printings were done, I want to say, by Alex Ross, and they featured a different character on the cover. I know a really big one is the Shazam cover. That's a big one to get. Moving into some more Batman stuff, we got Detective Comics 614. This was a book just didn't have in my Detective Comics. Nothing really special about it, but it is signed by Steve Mitchell, who is the inker of the story. Let's keep it going. Detective Comics number 504. Another Joker cover, guys. You know I can't pass up these Joker covers. This right here is a cover that anytime I see it at a decent price, or if I get it for just going out to work, I will definitely be grabbing it. This is Brightest Day number 14. That right there is an amazing cover with the White Lantern Batman, guys. I want to say that this is probably my third copy of this book. Absolutely love that. If you haven't read Brightest Day or even Darkest Night, you got to get into it, man. I'm not the biggest Green Lantern fan, but that story, man, so good. So good. We got a little mini series here from Batman. This is Batman of the Monster Men. That is issue number 1. Here is issue number 2. And guys, this is going to be definitely another candidate for Arcs and Minis Season 2. Maybe getting into Season 3. Have no idea. There is number 3. Here's number 4. And I didn't get number 5. He didn't have number 5, but he did have number 6, which is probably my favorite out of the 5 covers that I do have. So I am on the lookout for issue number 5 of this Batman and the Monster Men. Let's move these out of the way and let's get into the next part of the stack, keeping it going with Joker, Batman. This is Batman and Superman number 21. This was part of that 75th anniversary Joker covers that DC did a while back. I picked up this trade, I don't know what you want to call it. This is Batman Madness, Legends of the Dark Knight, the Halloween special from Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. So I want to say that this is just an extra part of the story to Batman The Long Halloween. I want to say that's what it's called. I just finished reading it. So it goes from The Long Halloween into this Halloween special, and then after that it cuts into Dark Victory. So I just finished reading both of those stories, and I have to say they are probably some of my favorite Batman reads to date. I love when Batman uses his detective skills, but is also not only fighting like supervillains, but he's just fighting the criminal organization and the mafia part of Gotham. A lot of people forget that that's how Batman started, was fighting the criminal organizations in Gotham as far as the mafia goes. Another detective, this is 629. This is the first mention of Blackgate Penitentiary. Got some Bronze Age goodness right here. We got Batman 269. Absolutely love Bronze Age Batman books, man. All right, so right here, you guys are going to know this. This is the second print of this book because I own 2 copies of the first print. So this will be my reader copy. This is Teen Titans number 12. We know that as the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. The only difference, right? It's a second print and it has a red background. You guys can see behind me, there's my 9.8 copy, and behind that is a 9.6 copy. Sometimes the wealthy just get wealthier, right? Let's keep it going. We have Masters of the Universe number 1. This is the first part of the 3-part miniseries, and then after this, like I said, you know, DC does this a lot. They'll put out a miniseries, and then they'll get into the ongoing part. So that's part 1, He-Man, Masters of the Universe. I have the power! I'm crazy. All right, next up, let's go. Keep going. Blackest Night, Wonder Woman, number 1. Right there. Absolutely beautiful cover. I do have issue number 3 of this book, which is harder to find one, and that is when Wonder Woman becomes one of the Purple Lantern ring carriers. I think it's Love. Absolutely beautiful cover there. This is a Wonder Woman cover that I've been looking for forever, and it finishes my trinity of this cover because I have the Batman one, which I have signed and it's up there, and then I have the Superman one. But this is the Bolin cover for Wonder Woman 72. So the Batman and the Superman one are homages to this Wonder Woman. So happy to have that in the personal collection, guys. All right, got 3 books left. This is the earliest stuff that I was able to get from them. Silver Age going into late Golden Age. We have Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, number 85. Nothing special about it. This is not the issue where Lois Lane gets into the transforming machine and becomes a black woman. This is just a regular copy of Lois Lane, 12 center, but definitely wanted to have it in the collection. And let's finish off with World's Finest. This is number 97. Man, this is really early Silver Age, really late Golden Age, 1952 or so. Absolutely digging that. Opened that one up the other day to read it, and great story. But it's the smell of an old book, a super old book, man, that just gets me into the story, right? And the last one, we got World's Finest number 120. So, guys, that's what I got from Alan for just going out there and helping him out, right? Comic karma goodness. I'm all about that. I do truly believe in the karma gods smiling on me. So this is what I got from the personal collection. I will be back out to help Alan again 2 weeks from now. So if you are in the San Antonio area or even all the way up to Austin, guys, I would highly recommend that you go down to Bussey's Flea Market in San Antonio and check out Alan's booth, man. He has so much stuff for sale. He was practically just, giving people deals after deals, and you get a deal, and you get a deal, and you get a deal. Absolutely awesome. Guys, so that's what I picked up. What do you think of this haul that I got? Is there anything in here that you wish you had in your personal collection? If so, hit me up on Instagram. Maybe we can talk a deal. Money, 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 money. Anyways, guys, so I'm Edwin the Comic Jabroni, man. If this is your first time checking out one of my shows, think about hitting that subscribe button. I'm dropping videos all the time. For this video, hit the like, write me a comment. And if you don't want to give a like, give a dislike. It's all good with me, man. I'm here for all the fun and games and shits and kicks. Something like that. So, anyways, guys, Edwin the Comic Jabroni. Until next time. Peace.